Allo, a game-changing broadband package launched under the Rama initiative. And Deputy Premier addresses doctors' refusal to serve in Sarawak. Plus, Japan reports a population drop of 800,000 in 2022. These are the headlines for tonight. Good evening. You're now with me, Radzi Ahmad, and this is TVS Nightline. Japan's population crisis is accelerating, with the number of nationals falling by more than 800,000 in the past year. According to data released on Wednesday by Japan's Internal Affairs Ministry, as of January 1st this year, Japan's total population stood at 125.4 million, including both Japanese and foreign residents. The number of foreign residents rose by nearly 289,500 compared to the previous year, a significant increase of more than 10%. But the ministry said the number of Japanese residents shrank by 800,523, marking the 14th consecutive year of contraction since a peak in 2009. A ministry spokesperson said for the first time, all prefectures across the country saw a decrease in the number of Japanese nationals. However, due to the rise in foreign residents, the capital Tokyo saw a slight increase in overall population of all residents, regardless of nationality. The ministry added that the number of deaths last year also hit another record high, with 1.56 million recorded, compared to less than half the number of births recorded, just 771,801 newborns. Deaths have also outpaced births in Japan for more than a decade, posing a growing problem for leaders of the world's third largest economy. They now face a ballooning elderly population, along with a shrinking workforce to fund pensions and healthcare, as demand from the aging population surges. Japan's population has been in steady decline since its economic boom of the 1980s, with a fertility rate of 1.3, far below the rate of 2.1 required to maintain a stable population. These concerning trends prompted a warning in January from Prime Minister Fumio Kishida that Japan is on the brink of not being able to maintain social functions. Before we move on to our next headline, the highly anticipated KUCHING Food Festival has made its comeback for 2023, and it begins today. The festival this year will be ongoing until August 20th and reflective of Kuching City's recognition by UNESCO as a creative city of gastronomy. Checking out the first night of the festival is our colleague Ahmad Azlan Shah. Over to you, Azlan.
Thank you, my friend. I'm currently at the KUCHING Fest held at MBKS starting from July 28th until August 20th. All right, what's interesting about this year's KUCHING Fest is they have implemented a new policy, which is a ban on plastic usage. So for those who at home who wants to visit this KUCHING Fest and we want to bring back home some food, all you need to do is to bring your own containers, all right? Furthermore, the number of stalls here is 285 stalls, slightly fewer than last year's 333 stalls. Most of the stalls here are also run by Sarawakians youth. But not to worry, there are still hundreds of food choices for you to enjoy here, okay? In addition of food, KUCHING Fest will also feature a cultural performance, live music, and engaging activities for people of all ages. It is a festive occasion for both locals and tourists can come together and celebrate the diversity and the richness of Kuching food culture. And as the festival starting to progress from earlier 5 p.m. until midnight, it is expected to draw a significant crowd, as I have been here from 7 p.m. and the crowd is still pouring in, both locals and tourists. Alright, so for now, that is all for me. I'm Ahmad Azlan Shah, together with Izzah Kamila and videographer Muhammad Rafiq, recording live from MBKS. Back to you.
Thank you, Azlan Shah, for the report. Now, in other news, doctors who fail to report for duty or refuse contracts to serve in Sarawak is akin to wasting a golden opportunity. Deputy Premier of Sarawak, DOKSURI Dr. Sim Kuihian, said a doctor needs to act professionally in their profession by prioritizing patients without factoring the location. Dr. Sim stressed that character traits of resoluteness and professionalism are relevant and fair, especially for doctors treating patients.
Whenever you need, you have to, you're true to your profession, right? You have to do it. You know, our heart center, we are top 100 in Asia Pacific by Newsweek. If you look at the Malaysian other government hospital, mana ada in the top 100? We may be jungle or Borneo, but we are at 48 out of 100. You know, but if we have a lot more funding, right, I think we can be in top 10. True to your calling, be true to your calling, and on top of that, don't have this prejudice and bias against Sarawak.
Dr. Sim, who is also State Minister of Public Health, Housing and Local Government, also described the issue of more than 200 doctors refusing contracts to serve in the region as very saddening, with many others who covered such positions were not given the opportunity such as they were.
First of all, I feel very sad that, on one hand, you got people who want a permanent post and could not get it. And on the other hand, people who are given the opportunity and don't want to come just because Sarawak, you know. I spoke to DG said they are looking into it because there are still other people who are on their waiting list for this permanent post, yeah. And so in terms of, I think in terms of numbers, because there's waiting list is so long, right? Waiting list to get permanent post is still so long. I think the issue will be solved.
At the same time, Dr. Sim called on those involved to reconsider their decisions. The previously Deputy Health Minister Lukanisman Awang Sauni announced more than 200 doctors failed to report for duty or outright refused to contract to serve in Sarawak, which are among 800 posts offered by the Ministry of Health. The Rama Fixed Broadband Package, ALLO, under the Rama Package Initiative, is now available at a subscription price of 69 ringgit for a contract duration of 24 months. Minister of Communications and Digital Fahmi Fadzil affirms that there is no specified time limit on this incredible offer, empowering users with affordable high-speed internet access.
Bagi inisiatif Package Rama, kumpulan SASA turut mengikuti golongan belia, OKU, warga emas, veteran Angkatan Tentera, pesara polis diraja Malaysia, dan pesara agensi penguasaan maritim Malaysia ataupun APMM, serta penduduk di projek-projek perumahan rakyat dan perumahan awam.
He expressed optimism about ALLO's technological capabilities to expand the coverage of fixed broadband internet, and believes that this expansion will enable more Malaysian citizens to enjoy high-speed internet at a lower cost. The ALLO Rama Fixed Broadband Package is the outcome of a strategic collaboration between the Ministry of Communications and Digital, ALLO Technology, and Tenaga Nasional Berhad. Upholding the fundamental message of Islam and understanding its value in spreading the spirit of harmony in community living. In fulfilling this responsibility, the Islamic Dakwah Foundation of Malaysia, or YADIM, will collaborate with the Sarawak government to implement preaching activities, focusing on aspects of unity and harmony in a diverse community.
Bila kita bercakap pasal dakwah, dia tidak mestinya mengajak orang untuk menukar agama. Tetapi dakwah itu mengajak manusia untuk hidup dalam keadaan harmoni, kasih sayang, hormat menghormati, dan sekiranya ada di kalangan mereka yang ingin masuk Islam, itu adalah dasar pilihan mereka sendiri, bukan paksaan, bukan umpan, bukan untuk satu yang tidak ada pilihan. Sebab memilih agama adalah bertolak daripada hati nurani masing-masing.
Hasanuddin told this to reporters after paying a courtesy call to the Sarawak's Premier, Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg, at the Baitul Makmur building on Friday. on Yadim's forthcoming endeavours. He reassured that their initiatives would always uphold the harmonious fabric of Sarawak society. As such, he reiterated the cooperation and coexistence between diverse ethnic groups and religions within Sarawak stand as a testament to the strength of unity.
Kita tidak akan mengganggu perkembangan seperti itu. Yang penting kita nak wujudkan satu perkongsian hidup kasih sayang. Malah dalam Islam sendiri kami cukup beriman kepada ayat Allah SWT, walakum fil ardi mustaqarrun wa mata'un ila hin. Bagi kamu seluruh manusia hendaklah hidup dan tinggal bersama. Berarti dalam satu kediaman, dalam satu kampung, dalam satu negeri, dalam satu negara, hidup bersama, tinggal bersama dan menikmati segala kekayaan yang ada.
Meanwhile, he pointed out that Yadim's vision is aligned with the Malaysia Harmony concept envisioned by the Prime Minister DOKSURI Anwar Ibrahim, aimed at fostering unity and inclusivity nationwide.
Sarawak government has offered various equipment and assets to the Malaysian Armed Forces or MAF, including the utilization to further strengthen the security control in the state. Eastern Field Commander Lieutenant General Dato' Muhammad Sofi Muhammad Lepi stated that through the Sarawak Defence Package program, it showcases the state government's commitment to ensuring the security of Sarawak is guaranteed.
Juga dengan agensi-agensi lain kita akan teruskan kerjasama apa yang kita ada untuk kita pertingkatkan tahap keselamatan di Sarawak. Apa yang saya dapati pada pagi ini, perbincangan lebih menjurus kepada penggunaan teknologi di dalam pertahanan untuk meningkatkan tahap keselamatan security di Sarawak.
He emphasized that efforts to enhance security will persist through the collaboration with the Sarawak State Government under the Sarawak Defence Package program.
Kita dapati keselamatan di Sarawak ini adalah terkawal. Pos-pos sempadan kita pertingkatkan dan kita juga berterima kasih kepada Kerajaan Negeri Sarawak yang turut prihatin terhadap keselamatan di Sarawak, yang mana di bawah program Sarawak Defence Package kan telah menawarkan beberapa kelengkapan dan juga peralatan-peralatan kepada tentera darat Malaysia.
He said this after paying a courtesy call to the Premier of Sarawak, Dato' Petinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg, at the Baitul Makmur building on Friday. Previously, Muhammad Sofi was appointed as the commander of the Eastern Field on June 7, succeeding Lieutenant General Dato' Marzuki Muhammad, who moved to the National Defence University of Malaysia as the Deputy Chancellor.
The Army Eastern Field Command has set its sights on refurbishing and upgrading outdated facilities at military camps and family homes. This endeavour has been made possible by a special allocation announced by Prime Minister Dato' Sri Anwar Ibrahim. Its Commander Lieutenant General Dato' Muhammad Sofi Muhammad Lepi said the priority areas for these upgrades include regions in Kuching, Sibu and Miri. The allocation comes as part of a broader effort to modernise military infrastructure and improve the well-being of Army personnel and their families.
However, he clarified that this allocation would primarily cover maintenance and enhance of existing homes and facilities.
Untuk pertugas khas yang diberi kepada pemerintahan Medan Timur di Sabah dan Sarawak, kita khususnya di bawah satu division lah, di Kuching ini, perancangan untuk peningkatan rumah keluarga itu kita dah buat kan, di mana tumpuannya ada terhadap rumah keluarga, bukan hanya di Kuching, malah di Sibu, di Miri, semua-semua kumpulan-kumpulan yang sedia ada lah. Keadaan pada masa ini kita akan tingkatkan oleh kerana kita kena belanjakan pada tahun semasa hingga bulan 12. Jadi kita tak dapat nak buat yang baru. Apa yang kita buat, kita selenggarakan rumah-rumah keluarga yang kita dapati dah usang untuk kita buat selenggaraan. Yang baru kita tak dapat nak buat. Jadi kita alhamdulillah insya-Allah kita akan buat baik.
Furthermore, Sofi highlighted that they have submitted their request on identified homes to the Malaysian Army headquarters for final approval by the Army Development Committee.
Kita dah finaliskan di peringkat Medan Timur. Kita dah majukan ke cawangan logistik di peringkat markas tentera darat. Jadi jawatan kuasa pembangunan di peringkat tentera darat akan menentukanlah berdasarkan permohonan yang kita buat. Dan saya yakin permohonan yang kita majukan kepada Parlimen Tertinggi itu akan diambil perhatian. Sebab kita dah tapis rumah keluarga, fasilitis khususnya kemudahan-kemudahan yang terdapat dalam KEN.
Sarawak welcomes the National Energy Transition Roadmap, or NETR, as announced by Prime Minister DOKSURI Anwar Ibrahim on Thursday. Deputy Minister of Energy and Environmental Sustainability Sarawak, Dr. Hazlan Abanghipni, said the goals and framework of the National Roadmap are very much aligned with Sarawak's own post-COVID-19 development strategy 2030, and is pleased to note that Sarawak's green energy initiatives are being acknowledged by the federal government.
He noted that Sarawak is also developing its own energy transition policy and integrated energy roadmap to ensure that the aspirations and goals set out in the PCDS 2030 are realized. Hazlan emphasized the revenue potential from selling carbon credits, which would accelerate essential sustainable development projects in Sarawak. He stressed the importance of accessing both domestic and international markets for selling these credits. Sarawak is taking significant steps to combat climate change and reduce greenhouse gas emissions, including unlocking hydrocarbon reserves in the Kasawari and Lang Lebah gas fields through carbon capture and storage (CCS) projects listed in the National Energy Transition Roadmap (NETR). Additionally, the region is exploring options to decarbonize local industries and energy systems, contributing to greenhouse gas reduction. Sarawak anticipates more collaboration in the clean and new energy space, with the rollout of the second part of NETR expected later this year.
Parents play a crucial role in advancing their children's education and future. State Deputy Minister of Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts, Dato' Snowdan Lawan, highlighted the significant role parents play in providing their children with higher-level education for the betterment of their future, adding that the government has allocated various funds, including scholarship programs, specifically for Sarawakians who aspire to pursue tertiary education.
Yang penting masa depan anak kita. Okay? Kita mesti memberi jaminan kepada masa depan anak kita. Apabila mereka dah besar, menjadi orang berpelajaran tinggi, ada ijazah, mempunyai kerjaan yang baik, menjadi orang yang berpangkat tinggi, jangan setahap sampai level 5 ataupun go higher. Jika mau go higher dengan degree, kalau boleh master degree dan ingatlah ke PhD, kalau boleh. Jadi kita, because we need kita memerlukan banyak technical people terutama.
Simultaneously, Snowden urged the youth to develop multiple skills, enabling them to explore fields beyond their academic studies. By doing so, he emphasized that their marketability in the industry would significantly improve, opening up diverse opportunities for their future careers.
Banyak bidang yang dapat kita ceburi. Not only one, but kita try to explore pada bidang-bidang lain. Jadi kita jangan we don't confine ourselves kepada satu apa namanya satu target kita, tapi try to mencari alternatif. Sekiranya you cannot get this one, plan A kita bangun plan B. Tak ada plan B, tak ada plan C.
Snowden spoke at the Pro-DR Roadshow organized by Tabung Ekonomi Gagasan Anak Sarawak Tegas Community in Innovative Learning TCIL at the Serian Convention Centre SCC, the 8th event of the year covering 26 learning institutions in Sarawak.
Coming up right after the break, $6.5 billion to revitalize dilapidated schools nationwide. And in global news, Typhoon DOKSURI inundates China's Fujian province. Right here on TVS Nightline. Stay tuned. Back on TVS Nightline, the Ministry of Education, MOE, has taken another significant step towards improving education facilities in Sabah and Sarawak. Through the implementation of 327 projects, dilapidated school buildings in these regions will be revitalized, ensuring better access to quality education for students. Now, to support this ambitious initiative, the government has allocated a total of 6.5 billion ringgit for the redevelopment of dilapidated school buildings across the nation. Now, this funding covers 1,002 projects that have been carried out from 2016 to 2023, showcasing the government's unwavering commitment to addressing the issue of deteriorating school infrastructure.
In a recent Facebook post, MOE highlighted that this effort aligns with the government's vision to provide conducive learning environments for students, particularly in Sabah and Sarawak. The move is part of the Rolling Plan 2023, demonstrating the government's ongoing commitment to transforming the education landscape and empowering future generations. This constitutes 78% of all approved projects at various implementation stages for this year. According to the statement, efforts to maintain and upgrade dilapidated school buildings remain a priority for MOE in its pursuit to providing quality education access to all Malaysian children who are the future generations of the country.
The median household income in Malaysia increased by 2.5% to 6,338 ringgit in 2022 compared to 5,873 ringgit in 2019, according to the Department of Statistics Malaysia, or DOSM. Additionally, the mean income also rose by 2.4% to 8,479 ringgit in 2022. Now, these figures indicate positive economic developments and improve financial well-being for Malaysian households.
Sarawak's median household income increased by 3% annually in 2022 to 4,978 ringgit, with Bintulu recording the highest median income of 8,567 ringgit. Other administrative districts in Sarawak recorded median income below the state level of 4,978 ringgit. Bintulu had the highest median income, followed by Miri, Kuching, Semarahan and Sibu. The median disposable income in Sarawak grew by 2.2% to 4,272 ringgit compared to 3,994 ringgit in 2019. Additionally, the mean disposable income in Sarawak was 5,548 ringgit, showing a slight increase of 2% from 5,218 in 2019.
In world news, Typhoon DOKSURI has been dubbed the second strongest typhoon to ever hit China, with wind speeds clocking at 137 kilometers per hour. It has affected more than 2 million people in the country's southeastern Fujian province, as heavy rain and violent wind destroyed power lines, uprooted trees, and forced evacuations. Now, fortunately, no fatalities were recorded as of press time.
It is forecasted that the typhoon will move northwards, bringing heavy rain to 10 provinces, including Anhui, where corn, rice, soybeans, and cotton crops are mainly cultivated. Though forecasts state that it will be weakened by the time it reaches Anhui, close monitoring is still necessary to analyze potential crop damage. Previously, DOKSURI has already claimed lives when it hit the Philippines and then to Taiwan. A ferry sank in Manila after passengers were alarmed by strong winds and rushed to one side of the ferry, effectively overturning it. This week, 36 people were killed during the typhoon's transit off the northern Philippines, while in Taiwan, more than 200 domestic and international flights were suspended. In 2016, the strongest typhoon, known as the Meranti typhoon, made landfall near Xiamen and claimed the lives of 11 people.
A bomb planted in a vehicle exploded outside the Sayyida Zainab Shrine City, south of the Syrian capital Damascus, on Thursday, July 27, killing 5 people and wounding others. Now, footage aired on the Syrian state television showed water being sprayed on a burnt-out car and a damaged building nearby. Now, one resident told the media he heard a loud blast around 5:30 p.m. local time, after which security forces sealed off the area. It was the second attack this week at the shrine. 2 people were wounded in a separate blast on Tuesday. It is high season for the shrine as Shiite Muslims flock there to mark the mourning period of Ashura. There was no immediate claim of responsibility for the attack on Thursday. The Daesh group has claimed previous attacks on the site. Now, one attack in 2017 killed at least 40 people. Now, North Korea recently televised its latest arsenal of weapons during a large-scale parade in Pyongyang. The parade featured the country's Hwasong-17 and Hwasong-18 intercontinental ballistic missiles (ICBM) and introduced a new attack drone capable of firing nuclear projectiles underwater. Now, thousands of North Koreans participated in the parade commemorating the 70th anniversary of the end of the Korean War, celebrated as their Victory Day. Now, notably, North Korea's allies, including delegates from China and Russia, were also in attendance. Prior to the parade, North Korea's President Kim Jong-un welcomed Russian delegations with a banquet adorned with portraits of Russian President Vladimir Putin. The group, led by Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu, marks the first visit by a top defense official from Russia since the 1991 breakup of the Soviet Union. During the visit, Shoigu conveyed a congratulatory message from Putin, expressing gratitude to North Korea for supporting their special military operation in Ukraine. See the world closer with TVS as we bring you the latest news updates both locally and internationally. For more headlines anytime, anywhere, just head on to our official website at tvstv.my or follow us on our social media platforms. And don't forget to watch the live broadcast of the Decorated Boats Parade tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. only on TVS Astro Channel 122 and MyTV. And that's all for TVS Nightline. I'm Razi Ahmad. Thank you for watching.